Okay, so picking up where we left off, up until now, the data sets that we've been working with have been just a list of observations. Now let's work with data where it's given to you in a frequency table. So for example, if we're looking at the ages of students in a college class, we've got 10 18-year-olds, we've got 5 19-year-olds, we've got 3 20-year-olds, and 2 21-year-olds. This is a frequency table like what we've seen before. And to find the mean here, we need to use the weighted mean. The reason we can't use the regular mean like what we've seen, where we would just do 18 plus 19 plus 20 plus 21, is that these don't all count equally. We've got more 18-year-olds than 21-year-olds, and we need for the mean to take that into account. So the way we do that is we need a formula. And here's the formula. The formula is we take every x, multiply it by its frequency, add up the results, and then divide it by the total frequency. So to look at our example, we take every age, multiply it by its corresponding frequency. So 18 times 10 gives you 180, 19 times 5 gives you 95, etc. So we've done our x times f's, and now we just need to take the sum. So if we add all those up, we get 377. So that goes on the top here. Then the total frequencies, we just add up all the frequencies, we get 20. That goes on the bottom. That's 18.85. I want to point out here that in order to do this problem, if you wanted to list out all the observations, 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18, you could do that, and you would get exactly the same value. The formula works exactly the same. So if, for that same example, you're given relative frequencies instead of frequencies, you do the process the same way. You take every x times its frequency. So we've got age times relative frequency. We've done all these, and then we add them up. We get 18.85, and then we divide the total x times f's divided by the total weights. They're not really f's, they're relative frequencies, but the process is the same. Okay, so here's where this gets to be really, really practical. Every class you have is the professor calculates grades according to certain percentages. So suppose in a certain class you've got 5% of your grade comes from participation, 15% comes from a quiz average, 25% comes from homework average. The midterm and final exam are each 20%, and there's an essay that's 15%. And then these are the students' grades, and they want to know what is the student's average in the course. I can't tell you how many times people ask me to calculate their averages for them. Of course, I do it at the end of the semester, but I want you to know that you can do this yourself. So here's what we do. We set up a table. The scores are the x's, and then the weights are the frequencies, relative frequencies. So we've got our x's and our weights, and so we just calculate the average like we've been doing. So we would do every score times the weight. So 80 times 0.05 gives you 4, for example. And then you do all of those, sum up both columns, and then to get the mean, you take the sum of the x times the weights and divide by the total weights. And that's how you get your average. So now suppose it's halfway through the semester and the student wants to know his current average in the course. We use the same percentages as we previously had. And here's what the student knows so far. They've gotten a 73 on the midterm. Currently they have a 95 quiz average, and currently they have an 82 homework average. The student anticipates his participation grade will be 80. So what's his current average in the course? Well, you just plug in what you have so far. You don't have grades for the final exam or for the essay, so you just leave those blank. And you calculate it based on what you've got. And what you've got is the total X times W's of 53.35, the total weights so far as 0.65, so the student has a current average of 82.08. All right, so that's it for this lesson. Give the problems a try and let me know if you need any help.